7 deadly cat sins. Things to, I guess, not do to your cat. I don't know. But we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. 1, buying a cat. Buy the cat. Yes. No, you have to buy the cat. Adopt the cat, even, actually. There's a cat distribution system. In fact, you could even just pick your cat up off the street. just like everyone's like boasting about their amazing, majestic dog breed that they have, and then you're just like, oh, I mean, this is my cat that I found in the trash. I love them. Yeah. Oh, who's this little guy? Oh, that's shit ass. We found him in the dumpster. We love him to death. People have like the weirdest names sometimes for their pets. Especially cats. Yeah, it somehow is usually always cats. Like the weirdest names. Frig my life. Every time I ask Jello, like, oh, what would you name our pet? What do you want to name our pet? He's like, Pickle. I'm like, no, I'm not naming our pet Pickle. Like, what the heck? Has to be something freaking cute, not Pickle. Ugh. Can you imagine? So what'd you do over the weekend? Oh, just cuddled with Pickle on the couch. You what? But yeah. So, let's find out. The 7 deadly cat sins.
How many videos do I have where I'm telling you what to do? Do this for your cat. If you love your cat, do this. If you really love your cat, do this. Now, of course, I don't expect you to do all of those things, but today's video is the 7 things not to do to your cat. And I would say, out of these 7, don't do all 7. Does that make sense to you? Fine. If it doesn't, rewind and do it again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you have a pet named Pickle, and you're just like, I love to tickle Pickle every day, but if you do it too much, he sprays. You what? What did you just say?
Out of these 7, don't do all 7. Let's get right into it. At number 7, drum roll, don't feed your cat milk. I mean, this is one of those historical things that you always see a cat with a saucer of milk and cats drinking milk here and there. You know, it's the farmer giving his cat the fresh bowl of cream. It's not cool.
Meanwhile, it's really not good for them. It is really not good for them. It's the same thing with rabbits, okay? Everything always is like, yeah, oh, it's a rabbit, give it a carrot. But carrots are not good for them at all. Like, literally, a carrot is a treat. Yeah, it's the same thing with milk. With cats.
Cats are, by and large, completely lactose intolerant. In fact, I can't even count how many homes I've been into where they say, my cat has the worst poops ever. And as we start to narrow down what the factors could be, it was milk.
Milk?
Yeah, your cat may just absolutely love or crave milk or ice cream, whipped cream, whatever. They do crave that really high fat content.
Well, yeah, and I mean, obviously, it's their instinct to eat. If they can eat it, they're going to eat it.
But that doesn't mean that it's going to love them back. In fact, it's probably going to do the opposite. So if you love your cat, don't feed them milk. What not to do to your cat? Number 6, don't skip annual vet visits. Now, I get it. A lot of people do not bring their cats to annual vet visits. In fact, just a fraction of people who have dogs versus cats. I mean, dogs go to the vet a whole lot more often.
we totally bring our cats to the vet every year.
Than cats. And a big reason behind that is it makes cats a lot more miserable. They hate going into their cat carrier, which, by the way, they don't have to hate it. Watch this video to find out more. But they just make a much bigger deal out of it by and large. And so we go, oh, I'm not going to put my cat through it. Please. Don't do that. Take your cats to their annual vet visits. Cats can experience very rapid physical changes, especially as they get older, past the age of 7, 8, up until that point. You just want to make sure that you're on top of those changes. And even if just to find out, what's the tartar deal here? How are my cat's teeth? Do they need to have a dental? Do they need to have teeth removed? These are things that are crucially important, as much as you would bring your children to the doctor every year just to make sure that they're okay. You really need to do that for your cat as well. So don't skip out, even if it doesn't make them all that happy. We all have bad days. So I know that there are things on this countdown that are going to make you go, oh, really? Like the milk thing? Oh, really? Well, get ready for this one. Number 5, don't dress your cat up. Please don't dress your cat up.
Sin. Does this apply to dogs? Does it apply to dogs? Anytime we've tried to put Mitzi in a little outfit, she can't move all of a sudden. She becomes immobile. Can't move. Literally. It's so freaking funny. I know it's like we don't really do it anymore but the first time we tried, to put something on her just to see, yeah, it was an interesting thing to watch.
I know it's cute. I know, putting your cat in a taco costume just for Halloween is adorable, or putting those little melon hats on them, although I never really understood that one either. Yeah, I'll even look.
And, if you are going to do this, do not leave them in it, okay? Put it on, take a couple pictures, take it off. Because, yeah, if you leave it on, it can be dangerous for them.
Look at something sometimes and go, oh, that's kind of cute. But no, don't do it. One of the major reasons are that, and I'm going to say most cats really don't enjoy it. There is this foreign pressure that's going on around their body, and cat's fur and the whiskers that really are all over their body, not just coming out of here, are highly sensitive. And there's so much of their body that's built on that sensitivity, and to just cloak them in something is just not physically pleasurable to them in any way. If your cat had a vote, do you think that your cat would love that taco getup? And I know there's plenty of you going, well, my cat feels awfully regal in their bow tie.
Oh my gosh. No, you're just saying that they feel that way. You don't know what your cat feels. Okay, Spidey. I already gave you access to the whole server. So you should be good to go.
And their top hat, and when they look like Mr. Monopoly, well, maybe your cat does love to look like Fred Astaire or whatever. More often than not, they don't. Number 4 on the what not to do to your cat hit parade is don't force interactions with cats. I mean, no matter how much you want to, no matter how cute.
I mean, this is with any animal too. Like, never force an interaction. Thank you for the lurk, Wolf.
Chester is sitting there just with that cute little nose, and maybe he's even doing a little blep, and you're just like, oh, I gotta squeeze that face. Don't do it. Cats are very much about their personal bubble. And if you go up to them when they don't want it and you continue to do that, and you're like, I want you to sit in my lap, cat. then you're making that association they have with you just less valuable.
Yeah.
Forced in
Yeah, you're kind of like teaching them to basically be afraid of you because you're going to force them to do things they don't want to do. That sucks, Spidey. I'm surprised they don't just have like a forgot password or something. Oh, I guess, sorry, yeah, I guess you did the 2FA thing. Damn. That sucks. This is a very beautiful cat, by the way. Damn.
interaction also means petting. If your cat really isn't all that into just all that petting, and you'll know because they get overstimulated, they'll run away, their tail will wag, or maybe they'll even give you a little chomp, and yet you still do it because you like to pet your cat. You gotta know the individual cat, and if they are just like 3 pets and I'm out, respect it. Don't force it, because again, all that means is that you'll have a really nice time with them, but they'll hate it. Cats really are about coming to you. I know people hate to hear about all this. Yeah, of course, you can bribe your cat and say, hey, you want to come sit in my lap? Here's a treat. And they come and sit in your lap. That's fine. But the whole forcing, think about it this way. You know you've got that friend who comes into your house, and that friend is all about like, I'm a cat person, and cats love me. In fact, people tend to call me the cat whisperer. Hey, Chester, come on over to me. And they go there and they force that pick up and put down and whatever. You think that Chester likes that person? No, I don't think Chester likes that person. Chester would love that person even more if they sat there and they waited for Chester to come up and rub against them, and maybe now we give them a little treat. Now that person is like the cat Santa Claus. So don't force interactions with your cats as badly as you want to. Let it be sort of a mutual decision. Now, in the middle of this list of all the things you shouldn't do, there is something that you should do, which is subscribe to this channel. It really helps us to make more content, believe it or not. And a lot of you who think that you're subscribed, you're actually not. So join the party, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell so you know when I'm going live and when new videos are coming out, and give us a like, why not? Number 3, don't punish your cat. And I mean ever. And by punishment, there are a bunch of things that I'm going to lump in here, but they are all straight up destructive to your relationship without any upside whatsoever. You may think that punishment...
you really can't. Like, I don't think they, it's not the same as a dog where cats will, really understand what you're trying to do.
Will get you somewhere in terms of having your cat not repeat a behavior. No, no, no. So let's first start with the squirt bottle. Do not squirt your cat with water. Sure, you think after a while, if they go up to the couch and you're sitting over here and they start scratching, you go, hey, and you squirt. All they are knowing is the presence of that thing. Sure, it means water. It also means what's attached to the squirt bottle. So now it's every time you pick it up, they run away. That's about you. That's not about the squirt bottle. And by the way, it stops working. You think that your cat isn't scratching that couch when you're out of the room? That means that the squirt bottle is not doing anything. And speaking of that, yelling at your cat when they're doing something, that doesn't work either. Again, it comes from you. It's your voice. The same voice that says, oh, Chester, I love you. And no, Chester, don't do that. Now, again, if it's scratching.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're supposed to like redirect the behavior. So if they're like chewing on something you don't want them to chew on, you're supposed to like redirect them to chew on something else or something. I don't even know if that works.
Scratching the couch, maybe it gets him away from the couch for a minute. Every other minute of the day when you are not in the room, he's going to scratch the couch. So what have you gotten out of that? You've gotten fear, and that's it. And that's really what ties a lot of these together. Whether it's a little pat on the butt or a spank or a flick on the nose or anything like that, or whether you chuck something at them, that's never going to solve anything. All it's going to do, again, is make your cat fearful of you. Here's the thing about if you're going to have any sort of behavior correction, and I really do think that you want to focus on positive rather than negative, but even if it's that little air canister that tells a cat, don't come up on this couch, it has to happen every time. It
Oh.
has to happen with the same intensity. It has to happen within about 2 seconds of the action, or it's just not going to
Yeah,
work.
or they don't associate
So whether
it.
it is the spank, the water bottle, the yell, the timeout, so to speak, all of those things give you nothing but distrust and an erosion of your relationship with your cat. And number 2 on the what not to do to your cat countdown. Again, this is one of those things where you guys are going to be like, really, Jackson? I mean, come on, really? And that is...
We mainly put shirts and stuff on Midna to keep her warm. We've used almost exclusively positive reinforcement with her, and she took to everything so much better than when we had punishments with our older dogs. Yeah, because, like, animals don't know. They have no idea what you're saying or anything. So it has to be positive reinforcement. They don't know why they're being friggin' yelled at or worse, hit. Like, all they know is, oh, okay, this person's hurting me. That's all they know. Oh my god, I can't stand that stuff.
Is don't do anything that your cat wouldn't want in order to make content. I'm gonna let that sink in because, you know, we're on YouTube here and a bunch of other platforms, and I don't care whether it's, you know, TikTok or Reels or you know, Facebook or whatever, YouTube. I'm not being platform specific here. Whether it is dressing your cat up, whether it is surprising them by putting a cucumber behind them, whether it is running them under the bath just to see how cute they are when they're wet, you know, all of these things that your cat, if they had a vote, would be like, yeah, I don't wanna. Making them do that in order to have the potential of a viral video is just, in my opinion, an absolute abuse of the relationship that you have with this cat. And if you catch them in a little sleepy position and you want to make that part of it, or you catch them doing something fun, go with it.
Yeah, if it's something that happens naturally, then okay. Breaking my life. People who put them in the bathtub with water, oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. They'll naturally do funny things. Cats are dumb, they'll naturally do funny things. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes Jello and I just sit there watching the cat, watching Astra and Mitzi. Friggin' just die laughing at the friggin' things they do. It's just so funny.
But please don't put them in a situation where they are not going to have a good time in order for you and your subscribers to have a good time. And number 1 on the what never, ever, never, not in a million years, things to do to your cat.
What is that? What's number 1?
Don't declaw your cat.
Oh my god.
Period. And now I know that there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, but if I don't declaw my cat, I'm going to have to rehome them. I have to have a declawed cat because beyond I value my furniture and it's really expensive and I can't get them to stop scratching. Or I have a baby and I'm afraid my cat's going to scratch my baby. Or even I'm immunocompromised. Or it doesn't matter. There's always a way around the behavior. Always a way around the behavior without having to mutilate your cat. And that's what declawing is. It's straight up mutilation. We are not just cutting back their claws. What we're doing is de-knuckling them. That's what it is. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what your friendly neighborhood vet says right before they give you the deal. Hey, I'll spay your cat and declaw them. It's a deal. Don't do it. There's a reason why over 27 countries in the world have outlawed it. There's a reason why we're making this effort.
Oh, wow, I didn't actually know that. Yeah, more places should outlaw it.
To criminalize it in different cities and states around the U.S. We're trying desperately to pass this message along that it's not good for your cat. And there's also the argument that is patently ridiculous and disproven through statistics and studies, which is, well, declawing your cat is a whole lot better than having to surrender them to the shelter. No, it's not. Basically, what you're doing is you're doing a short-term solution. There's a real good probability you're going to have a longer-term solution. You're still going to give them to the shelter, and those behavior problems are going to follow them through their lives. I have seen cats, and I've been doing this for a very long time, and it's always been the case, whether it is cats who refuse to use the litter box afterwards. You're worried about them scratching? Well, now you're going to have to deal with pee outside the litter box. And you're dealing with a cat who, once they've lost that preliminary line of defense, which is their claws, now they're going to bite much more often, much more readily. So you're worried about, for instance, you have a toddler, you're afraid of what's going to happen with those claws, so you get them declawed. Now you're going to have a cat who's going to more readily bite. So whether it's the pain that they go through, whether it's just the destruction of their natural cat mojo, whether it is problems that now will arise because of the quick fix that you went for, none of it works. And what I will tell you is there's a pathway through that will work. Behavioral techniques that I tell you about, whether it's in my books or my videos, I tell you about it all over the place. You can get nail caps that you can put on your...
Yeah, I've heard of the nail claps. I was going to mention that. Yeah, even if you have to do this, the nail caps. And obviously keeping your cat's nails trimmed.
Cat's nails. You can just trim them every couple of weeks so those points aren't as bad as they were before. If Chester is scratching on my beautiful little purple chair here, well, we can start with something like sticky paws. You put sticky paws right here. You have the wide ones and the narrow ones. You put it against here every time he reaches up. It's like, You can get these on the Jackson Galaxy website, along with the yes part of this, which is a nice beefy scratching post that would go right next to my beautiful purple chair. So we're saying no, Chester, not here, but yes, right over here. There's ways through all of this. None of it calls for a shortcut.
They just reach up to scratch and it's just their paws sticking to it. They're like, gross.
Please do not declaw your cat. So that's it, everybody. That is your top 7 list of what not to do to your cats. I'm sure that you've got plenty of additions to this, so I would love to see them in the comments. So let me know. And also, if you have any other ideas for videos, let me know that as well. I know that there are some things in this list that made you go, yeah, no, never. And there were some things like, oh, really? You know, whatever it is across the spectrum here, just know that everything that I've said is really just strictly for the love of your cats. And that's why I'm here, for the love of cats. So join me next time. Until then, all light, all love, all cat mojo to you.